everybody to, I don't know what number virtual drivers meeting this is, but it's becoming the new normal, as they say. Hopefully all of you, along with your family, is healthy. It's certainly unprecedented times with the COVID-19 still circling around us. You know, in these challenging times, we want to be able to race, and we want to be able to put on the best events we can and make sure whatever is humanly possible to keep you safe and not spread this awful disease, to keep it under wraps. So that's why we're having the virtual meeting. A couple things from I guess from my perspective what to expect. Number one, we will request again that when you are face-to-face within of anybody, we expect you to mask. When you're in your paddock and you're by yourself, or you have your space of more than 6 feet, do what you're comfortable and what you believe in. But when you face either with my team or other of the driving community or their ones, I am really asking you to toe the line and wear a mask. It's a small ask for what the consequences could be. We will be again checking temperatures for everybody coming into the paddock each day. I've brought in extra staff to do that. We will be requesting a COVID-19 tracing form that just kind of tracks where you've been and how to get a hold of you in the event you do get sick. We will be giving out hand sanitizer to hopefully use in between to keep your hands germ-free. This is a spectator event. We will be as cautious as possible to remind spectators that they too are required to wear a mask when they're within 6 feet of you. The net is, we just want you to be careful. You know, we all take risks every day in our lives, and we don't want to take a week to go racing. Frankly, it's our livelihood and it's our business, but we don't want to put you at unnecessary risk if it's something within our power to do right. Fortunately, because of COVID, I don't think it'd be wise to have 1,000 of you in the convention center inside. This year, it's just not sensible to do that. But we really think we can put on a phenomenal event for you. We will have our podiums. And then, of course, what to expect. Sunday's helmet races, you know, at each group, I will have an opportunity to compete for a gold helmet, the National Vintage Championship helmet. I'm so proud of that trophy, and the racers seem to really embrace it. Our great sponsor, Bell Helmet, makes the helmets. They're customized each year, and it's just a badge of honor. And I'm really excited about that part of it. We will be live streaming this race. So if you have friends and family that want to watch the race, they're going to get your chance. All the helmet races will be streamed, and several Saturdays will be streamed. But we're going. We are racing. And I couldn't be more excited for this event. It's been a challenging year for everyone in this country. But I'm grateful, thankful, and appreciative to have the opportunity to come racing with you. I look forward to seeing you all there, and I hope I get time with each and every one of you just to catch up and tell you about next year. Our schedule's enormous. We're doing some massive expansion. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Alex to give you the do's and don'ts for the weekend, and thanks very much.
All right, thank you, Tony, for those important President's message. I'm Alex Miller. I'm the race director for SVRA, and I want to welcome you to this iconic Formula One racetrack here at Circuit of the Americas. Thanks for choosing to race with SVRA. Our 2021 schedule looks awesome. It's out there online now on the SVRA website, so take a look now at the schedule for 2021. And speaking of schedules, use only the schedule you got at registration, as things do change last minute. Be sure you don't miss any sessions. This is the only regular drivers meeting for the weekend. This video will run in Garage 7 continuously Thursday and Friday of race week for your review, and for those of you who missed the Zoom meeting. Please share this information with your truck drivers, crews, wives, kids, everybody. Have a mini meeting so you'll all be on the same page. There'll be a separate Enduro meeting for those of you running the Enduros at Garage 7 on Friday lunch to cover the procedures there. Helmet stickers are no longer required since you're coming to this meeting now. COTA and SVRA require that you sign the usual liability and COVID-19 waivers before you enter the track. At the end of this video, there'll be a link for you to download and print copies for all your crew to sign before you get to the track to speed up the registration process. Staging and load-in is very important. There's a shift here, a change to our staging for those of you who've been with us before. Please share this information with your rig driver, whoever they are. There'll be no admittance on COTA property until 6 p.m. Tuesday night. For those of you who like to arrive on Tuesday and get in the line, the track has an Optima battery event going on Tuesday, and so we are not allowed on site till after they leave, which is about 6 o'clock, so the gates will be closed Tuesday. You will be turned around if you say arrive at Tuesday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and get turned around. So you can get on property after 6 p.m. and get into the line. The process of doing that will be to arrive on County Route 812, turn into COTA Boulevard. The other direction, if some of you have been coming in on Elroy Road, is closed. There's road construction back there, which is why we can't use the lot we've been using in the past. Pull up into your appropriate lane. It'll be SVRA, Trans Am, or NX5 teams, and Mazda NX5 teams. There'll be a stop sign at the head of the line to line up behind. Walk back to the middle of the line to lot C on driver's left. It's easy to see where registration will be located. Do not stop at registration. When you pull in, go to the end of the line and walk back to registration, please. Just after registration opens at 12 o'clock, we'll start moving rigs. You do not need to go through tech today to run the test day. We're talking about test day now. Tech will be open from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. in the F1 garage number 7 all day. And again, from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Friday. It'll be open Saturday morning as well. Please try to get there early in the day, as the end of the line will close at 4:30 each day. All Friday sessions only will require a tech sticker to get out on track. Thursday is only a test day, so let's use time to sort out yourself in the car. Let's not have any racing going on Thursday, please. Please be patient and give up the corner on Thursdays. No reasons to attack each other. Pit lane speed will be radar monitored at 35 miles an hour. Trans Am is 40 for those of you who run some Trans Am as well. Paddock speed is walking. Please observe the fire lanes when you're working in your paddock. The fire marshals do come through and take a look, and every now and then we get a call from them asking us to move something or raise a gate. So please observe those fire lanes. Over-aggressive driving will get you a visit to the black flag. This means no overdriving the corner, pushing each other out of the way to gain a position. Usually the overtaking car is responsible for that pass. So please let's really think twice about it, especially on test day, but on race day and race days as well. Over-aggressive driving is not tolerated within SVRA. The penalty for causing an avoidable contact accident in practice or qualifying is the loss of your 3 best qualifying laps. In the race, you run the risk of being disqualified. And I did use that in several instances last year. On your out lap, please observe the corner stations. Your first lap out of the day, I'll display full course yellows for you to easily see the flags. This is an F1 track where the flags may not read right up close. And so you're going to be looking for those flag stations. So we'll make sure you recognize where they are. Look sharp early on to know where they are during the race. They're your lifeline for information. During the race weekend, they'll need to be observed. You'll also notice orange guardrails around the track. These are FIA required, and they're a good place to pull off if you need to stop. There are openings in the fence where cars can be moved during the action to keep the session going. Stop there, go to the guardrails. COTA does a thing we call hot pulls. They save a lot of time with sessions. They keep their sessions going and they'll run into the yellow or a local yellow. If they can get a car off and pull it behind those orange guardrails, we don't stop the session or race because you can keep going. Oiling is a big issue too. It's our biggest time loss, I think, is cleaning up oiling messes. So if you see a large oiling sign or a meatball flag waved at you, stop there. Pull off at an orange guardrail. Do not continue to oil the whole track. The cleanup times can cost half an hour, 40 minutes of cleanup sometimes. We've had that situation at COTA, and it's all your track time that gets lost, unfortunately. So if you do get black flagged or, meatballed or an oiling sign, stop right away. We'll be monitoring smokers and black flag you if necessary. Now, remember, we have cameras everywhere, so the chief steward and I will be seeing what goes on everywhere. Only registered drivers are allowed in each car to go out on track at any time. I don't want any surprises with who's in the car. Register as a co-driver if you're going to test on test day. If the two of you are going to drive together, just let us know who's in the car down on the grid. Flag requiring rules. Most important one to me is blowing the checker. If you blow the checker, and there'll be a checker at start finish and at stations 11, 19, and 20. When you see it come out, please come in. Qualifying races will only be a start finish, of course, but during practice and test day, they'll be at those other stations. Penalty loss of 1 lap in qualifying for blowing the checker. Passing under yellow gets you a black flag stop and go. If you give the position back within 2 or 3 corners, there'll be no stop and go. So please observe that. Black flag station is located in the pit lane. Red flag means come to a control stop in front of the next flag station and wait for instructions. We'll either go full course black, we cannot continue, or we'll return to the paddock, and double yellow will come out, bring you around the pace car to follow the leaders to continue for a restart. Please keep up the pace lap on these restart laps in preparation for a restart. Pack up, please, and try and pull yourselves together so we can get a good start. I know some of you wonder why it takes so long to get going again, but a lot of times we're just so strung out, and on a track this long, it's easy to get strung out. So please move up, and get in line so we can get started right away. Start procedure is different at COTA from any other track for the year. And so I want to reiterate this so everybody realizes up front what's going on here. The first turn, we like to keep the speeds down on lap 1 at turn 1. We'll be using the normal second tower down near the pits out for starts. No car may improve its position until it crosses the start line, not when the green flag falls. You may accelerate, but you may not pass. The accordion effect of this track is especially dangerous and must reduce speeds. Running wide coming out of 1 and returning to the racing surface downstream is very dangerous. So please be careful and mindful of this. Again, I repeat, no car may improve its position until it crosses the actual start line, not when the green flag falls. You may accelerate, but not pass. It's all about the accordion effect at the top of the hill. Obviously, we've covered the start procedures now, and on restarts, when we come around again for a green on a restart, you'll be pulling all the way up to where you actually took the green for the actual beginning of the race on a restart. Remember, the checkered flag will be as you come out of turn 20. There's a downstream closer to the turn. Checkered flag will be at another different location from the start location. Cool down laps, I want to be running them at half race speed. So we keep moving. Again, it's a time issue to try and get everybody back in so we can get the next session started on time. Track limits is a big deal here because this isn't like places where there are guardrails like Watkins Glen right up against the track. Exceeding track limits is important. There are turtles at most apexes and track out exits also at the corners. FIA uses them. There are different heights based on the different organizations. I use the sports car height. So when you're in your outlap, take a look at those apex turtles and exit turtles as you go around. Please don't drive on those. You could damage something, especially if you got a low riding car, you're going to run into a problem. The track limits for running out of bounds will be if you straddle the curbing, white and red curbing, you're okay. When you get 4 wheels onto the white or green paint, you're out of bounds. And that's the same way it works in F1. You may see Indy cars doing it differently. Trans Am may do it differently. But for us, I believe that you can run straddling the white and red lines, but you can't go 4 wheels over them. It'll be black flagged and brought in for a stop and go penalty. Blend line outlap, don't cross the line. Going up to turn 1, stay to the left, out of the racing line. People are coming down that front straight at Dakota, really top speed. And we had some hazards in enduros last year with people going across that line. So I can't urge you enough to stay to the left. Keep that line on your right. Blend line issue here is another whole issue on pit in. You can see that there's when you come out of turn 19, please be cautious if you're coming out of 19 to not get too far over to the right and then dive across the track and to get into the pit lane. Please, when you come out of 19, immediately swing over to the left to keep yourself running on the left side of the track and stay out of everybody's way. Keep that blend line on your right as you're going back into pit in. Fast laps from qualifying are determined by qualifying 1 and 2 will set the grid for future race 1. Your finishing position for future race 1 sets the grid for future race 2. If you DNF in future race 1, you'll start wherever you fall in the result sheets from race 1. If you have to stay over Sunday night out on COTA Boulevard, we staged, you can stay out there Sunday night, but you must vacate Monday morning. We cannot stay in the paddock Sunday night. You will have to vacate. Transponders will be available for rent at timing. Sponsor Alfa Romeo is having an autocross event out in Lot H on the grounds. It's kind of fun to do, and we invite you all to head out there for a test drive with Alfa Romeo on Thursday or Friday. Tony Perella has offered up a free entry to the next SVRA race for the fastest crewman or driver on the Alfa Romeo autocross course. So have a good time. Get out there. It's free, and you can have a good time. That's about it for me. Thanks for racing with us, and let's have a great weekend and stay safe, guys. Thanks.